So Evie, you've obviously been at the club for a few months now. Just to catch up a bit, how do you feel like you've settled in?
Yeah, I think that it's taken me a couple of weeks to proper get to the standard that I know that I have, and I do think that I've still got a little way to go. But I'm feeling very happy with where I'm at. The girls are lovely, they've been really welcoming. So I think it's only going to hopefully go up from here.
Yeah, you touched on it a little bit there. Obviously, coming to a new club in January can be a bit different. But how have you sort of found that adjustment since coming to Glasgow?
I think whenever you go somewhere new, there's a lot of things that you have to get used to. You know, there's a different culture. Like I said, there's a new group of girls, but they've been great. Different manager, different style of football, really. So I think it's something that you would always expect. But having been out on loan and other clubs and things like that, like I was kind of ready for it, and I think that I've kind of dealt with it quite well.
Yeah, how much of that is it a good factor, you know, knowing that this is sort of your home, a permanent sort of place you're going to be?
That's the best part of it all, really. This is where I am now, this is where I play, this is what I call home, and that's the foundation of then me performing well and playing the football that I know that I can, and that's what I've been missing for quite a while.
Yeah, it's maybe a point that always gets made, but how much of a part of your teammates had to play in terms of that sort of settling in period, especially joining midway through the season?
Like I said, they've been great. I knew a couple of the girls that also came on loan in January, so they've kind of helped me settle in. But the other girls, they've been great. They're a laugh. They kind of know how to make someone feel welcome, and they've done the best that they could. And I think I've brought myself out of my shell now, which is nice as well. So they're finally seeing the side to me that I know I've got, and again, it's reflecting onto the pitch, and I think that that's the main part of it.
Yeah, do you think that's sort of a nice mix? You know, you obviously have a lot of new faces, but also some familiar ones to help you settle in.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say that to begin with, I'm the most outgoing person. So having people around me that I already know has definitely helped bring that side out of me quicker, so that then the rest of the girls can see actually what I'm properly like.
Yeah, have you found it so far, sort of working with Grant and the staff here at Barrowfield?
Amazing. When I spoke to Grant for the first time, I knew that everything he was saying to me lined up kind of with what I wanted, and since coming in, everything has kind of been how I expected it to be from that conversation. So I'm loving working with him, I'm loving working with David. Everybody's making me feel valued as a person and as a player, and that's, again, something that I feel I've been missing, but is the most important part to me.
Obviously, since you've arrived here, we've almost been sort of straight into the split action. How would you sort of assess how we've got on during that so far?
I think that we know what we offer as a team, as individuals, and I don't think that we've hit that potential yet. You know, we ultimately want to win every game, and coming into what would be our 6th game next week, we haven't done that. So I think the breaks come at a good time. We've had time to kind of reset, figure out what we need to work on and what can be better from us, so that then going into the last 5 games, we can properly push on and give what we know that we can.
Obviously, with that in mind, you've come in with lots of big games as a player. Is that something you enjoy, being sort of thrown straight into those big pressure matches?
Yeah, definitely. I think that the big games and the big pressure matches are the ones that you live for and the ones that everybody wants to play in, and if you don't, then you're probably in the wrong job. Like, that's ultimately what everybody wants as a footballer, and for me to have come straight into that and have the opportunities that I've had, I'm very happy, and I think it is definitely building me quickly as a player within this environment.
Yeah, whilst here and at previous clubs as well, you've received call-ups at international level at various ages. What sort of aspirations do you have for that, and how proud a moment is it to sort of represent your country as well?
Putting on an England shirt is one of the best feelings. I've been lucky enough to do it since I was about 13, 14 years old. It's the proudest thing. My parents are so proud, my sister's so proud, and it actually isn't the first time that my parents have felt that proud, because my sister also did the same thing. So it's For me, I want to make it to the top. Like, I want to play senior football with England, and you know, there's steps up to that. And I'm currently with the under-23s, and I'm hoping that the seniors is something that happens in the future. But I'm not putting any pressure on it right now, and that choice obviously is up to Serena. And I'm just focusing on my club football, and hopefully that'll get me to where I want to be with international football.
You mentioned your sister there. She obviously plays as well. How big a part has she had to play in your career as a whole as well?
Like, the biggest part. I remember we'd kick the ball out in the garden. I actually would normally be in goal. She'd be the one doing the shooting. But it's been massive. She is nearly 3 years older than me, so she kind of started the England pathway earlier than I could have, obviously. And seeing her represent England and play first team football with the club that we were at the time, Birmingham City, it kind of felt like she was opening doors for me and helping me to realise that also could have been me. And I'll never forget thinking that was how I felt. Like, it literally felt like she was opening the doors for me, and I could walk through that door also. So I'm forever grateful for Olivia and all the time we spent in the back garden just playing football together. Like, I think it's proper built me as a person and a player.
Although she did make you a goalkeeper, how big is it to sort of have that support network, like you say, of someone that you can look up to, especially so close to you like your sister?
It's like, I couldn't imagine not having her. We talk football, we talk things not football. Like, she's the best balance. You know, if I need advice on what I'm doing in a certain point in the game, like, she'll help me out with that. But then if I also just want to switch off and kind of let that one like go aside, then she's also there for that side of it as well. So, like I say, like, she's my sister, yeah, but she's my best friend as well, and I couldn't imagine it without her.
Yeah, we're obviously here at Celtic heading into the business end of the season now. How much are you looking forward to that run of games and getting those underway?
Yeah, I mean, the break is, again, a longer one than what we're normally used to, so I'm ready to get back to playing again in front of the fans, definitely, as well. Big games, like you say, we've also got a semi-final. We're looking to win that and get through to the final. But as I say, like, we'll take each game as it comes, and we'll focus on what we need to do as a team to combat maybe their positives and things. So I think we're in a good spot. I think the break came at a good time, and we're going to take it game by game, and then we'll see where we're at that point.
It's obviously going to be a really busy return to action as well, but as a player, is that something you just look forward to, having games on the horizon? Yeah,
I think I've said before, when you have game after game and maybe not so much training, it's quite nice. Just going from one and then having not that long to be able to recover things or kind of keep momentum up. So again, I think that's something that you look for as a footballer, and I know that we all love that part of it.